Welcome back to Saga of Three Kings, session number 19, entitled Mysterious Laboratory. Last session, the group had began their descent down the Icefang Mountains, and they used old coffin lids as toboggans. They migrated down into the laboratory, and upon arrival, this strange dwarvish laboratory that they found, use it as refuge, and then kind of started delving deeper into it. Um, Last session, they were just kind of getting invested in some of the lore that they've been able to uncover. At the beginning of this session, I'll state that Gondar is going to state that he's retreating back to the cave entrance to be with Kane and Namwalk. But yeah, that said, we're basically where we left off, which was inside of a part of the laboratory where it looks like bodies from long ago have been left cut up piecemeal, brains extracted, salt applied to some body parts, and the book that you recovered shows the process to remove someone's brain out of their body and install it in the one undaunted chassis that you've found. If that were something you'd wanted to do.
He carried the body back, right, chassis?
I believe so. But he would know that it's probably best performed in like a clean space, like that room was.
I took the arms off and came back to show everybody.
The arms only, okay. One of them is, like I said, a claw-like hand, and then one of them kind of has like a weird hexagonal key-like device at its end. It's not. It doesn't seem to have fingers. It's just kind of like a pokey stick. Yeah, with the hexagonal kind of weird key portion at the top.
Alan.
Almost like an Allen wrench attached to a drill.
Cool. We'll take that with us just in case. Let's double back to the main corridor and then take that left so we don't have to go past the ooze guys.
Okay.
Everybody on board for that?
Yep.
Sure.
Cool.
And that's the way Gondar went when he left.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, I'm the torch guy. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Go move to the right and go south through the door and then come back out to the main corridor.
And we're being careful of the rusty grates.
No, the rusty grates are rusty but stable.
Yeah, he said we can walk on them.
Okay.
Is there anything about the cracked floor that I should be worried about? Like if I
Are we going too
investigate
far?
it? You stand behind me.
The cracked
Where are
floor
you?
looks like something heavy was slammed down suddenly.
Okay, but it doesn't look like it was a trap or anything. That's what I'm looking for.
There's nothing on the ceiling that would denote that.
Okay, I will cautiously move through it then.
Hey, the floor, you died and a trap happens. No, I'm kidding.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Cool.
It does look like that this chamber here is where the lower of the two black puddings came out. So you would know that that would be access to that same chamber.
Real quick, Rock and Chuddy, both of you move one square to your right. Because we know the oozes are through that door, so we don't want to...
Yeah,
Let's just steer clear of that.
Placement's fine. I'm not terribly important. I understand
Okay.
you're being cautious.
Yeah, and then I will
Did we lose
cautiously
Leo?
advance down this hallway. Kevin, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
You in the hallway? You bringing the moose?
Yeah, I need to open roll 20 much.
I'm going to advance down the hallway looking for the traps, as before.
Of course. There's a set of grates ahead of you. The flow that seems to be kind of buffeting through here, it's relatively heavy. When you get over the grate and kind of cast light down or look down with your elvish eyes, dark vision won't tell you much about the color or nature of the liquid because it's black and white. But if you get a torchlight from Shambles and can see down, it looks like it's about a foot below the grate, which tells you that either the channel that this is running through is higher than the ones before because it was like a couple feet down, the last one, or it's more full. The liquid that seems to be moving through this is water.
Is it possible we're just standing at a lower elevation?
Perhaps, but it doesn't feel like you've moved up and down.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't changed altitudes to your knowledge.
So it appears to be water, and we did see metal piping, which the smegma could not go through.
Correct.
Smagma.
Slagma, I think, with an L.
Yeah, it was certainly not smegma, because smegma is referential to. Never mind. Don't Google smegma.
Pokemon?
Don't Google smegma. Just don't Google smegma, and hopefully,
Well, now I have to.
yeah, just don't.
What's the store here on my
It
player right?
It is a door. It looks like it has a keyhole and a strange kind of latch mechanism, very similar in kind to real life, the modern, just door knobs. The
He did it.
what?
Hey, Google
Jody's
smegma.
face.
Fucking idiot.
He actually did it. The madman.
You are a. You know what the internet has on it. Why would you do that?
You can't unsee that.
I know, right?
This episode brought to you by Smegma.
I was very patiently watching Jody.
I'm glad you were. That was
See
a
him
good time.
type something and lean in.
All right, so this door has a key and a normal latch mechanism. Does it appear locked?
It
Did I
doesn't.
check
It does appear locked.
Is that a yes or a no?
It does. It does appear locked.
Does appear locked. Okay.
Sorry, I had my
And
hand
the
up.
keyhole shape is just normal keyhole shape.
This appears to be less of a ornate key lock than the one that you saw on the first door.
Right, with the dwarvish runing. But
Yeah.
this one is.
It's-
I mean, it's just a standard key.
It seems to be like a pretty, decent lock. It just doesn't appear to be as fine a lock as the one up the way. This will be
Can the keyhole be seen through?
no.
Okay. Do you guys want me to attempt to open this?
Yeah, I got you back.
Okay. How do you want thieves' tools?
This one will be with the dexterity.
Okay.
Stand back about 5.
How's the 13?
So you'll be breaking 2 picks on this in this effort from your thieves' tools. I don't know how many that leaves you with. I think this is the first time you've broken picks, is it not?
Yeah, I don't even know if they're listed.
It should be listed inside of the description for the item. If we had you do it, there should be a total of 10.
Thieves'
So
tools.
this
Right, start with 10.
this being the first time it's broken for you, it puts you down to 8.
Okay, I don't see them listed. I'll put them on.
Okay. As he's kind of doing that, Shambles, you hear a sound of kind of like a whoosh sound come from the water way that you're standing near. This waterway that you're kind of close to. I can't mark it because apparently
The north one or the one to his right
the one to his side
or
yeah,
behind him?
Okay.
that one.
The one we've already crossed, or the one we have not?
I think
The one we haven't.
Yeah, the one that we haven't. Sorry.
You're muted again, John.
What?
Yeah,
there
you
you
were.
go.
I'll draw my sword. I'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay. Do you
Have
want?
a ready to action to attack if something
Do you
were
want?
to appear.
Do you want to inspect? This does look like the great portion on the north could be lifted up if you wanted to. Look in there.
I'd rather not open it. If I can see inside, I'll look through the grate, but
Probably a good choice.
Sure. You can see what appear to be chunks of ice kind of flowing, and the water seems to be flowing in a southerly direction.
Well, that's just weird. Can I attempt to open the door again, or does it feel
Yeah.
like I've damaged?
So long as you have thieves' tools picks, you can attempt all the livelong day. But the second that you run out of picks, is
Got it.
Yeah, your thieves' tools becomes broken and you can't do anything. Yeah,
14?
that's another 2 picks shattered. Another note
Hey,
too.
man, hold on. Like when you're doing this, it can't count for this time because I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to explain to you how you should be opening locks.
He's gonna
Cast guidance.
guide you.
Fucking lock, like you know how to put a lock palm.
Hey,
reader.
man, why didn't you just do this
Well-
instead and it'll work better?
A quick note too: you break 2 more picks. So just a heads up: if you roll less than, or if you're missing the mark, but you're missing the mark by less than 5, you're gonna break 1 pick. If you miss mark by more than 5, you're gonna break 2 picks. So just so you understand where you're kind of
That's
aiming
good
towards.
information.
So
Yeah,
we
I'm down
need
with
at
the
least
door.
like a 19 or 20. to get
No.
this.
I'm breaking 2 picks at a time, which means I'm missing by 10 at
No,
13s and 14s.
No, no, no.
No, you're
6
missing
or
by 5.
more.
You're missing by 5 at least.
At least 6, actually.
So you
if
probably
it's more
need a
than 5.
19 or a 20. 20.
I mean, I can get the door open if we need to. If you don't want to use any more of your picks.
Well,
If
if you
not-
have that ability, why don't you just come up here and do it? What are you making me waste my tools for, man?
You're trying to be
trying to
sneak
see
boy.
if you can do it.
Damn. I'll just take a step back.
We're all just being supportive. I heard a
I'm gonna
noise.
stand next to Sham.
Are you
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
use
check out
knock?
this hole.
I'm on the edge of
I'm-
my damn seat.
I would like to go up to the door and I would like to pull out 2 pins out of my my backpack, and I want to start putting them in the lock and working with them. And while I'm doing that, I want to cast knock, knock, but
Okay.
make it look like I picked the locks.
Okay.
Nope, I'm gonna inside him because I know he's a fucking
Really
liar.
loud, though, isn't it?
So you put the picks in, and then you cast knock. So at this moment, Benson, what I would like you to do is everything that's in a pouch, pocket, purse, bag, backpack, or any kind of container immediately is spilled out of those containers and falls to the floor. You see an enchantment ignite on the door frame when the spell knock is cast on it, and you, the caster, have all items that you have in containers expelled from those containers. Magical
Ow.
containers included. The spell reaction from the door.
I get it, but how does it happen? Because I have a bunch of acid and stuff on me, man.
Yep, it's all falling out. So it's all
Okay, but I'm saying, like, does it hit me?
No,
Do
no,
I
no, no.
take damage?
It's all falling out of your pockets and hitting the ground. You're
It's
short
not
of.
opening
Oh.
bottles, it's opening the containers
Oh.
the bottles are in.
No, sorry. Yes, it is. The containers are opening as well. So the liquids will basically be splashed out onto the ground and become worthless.
Slow clap from back here.
You tried.
So you have
Yeah.
you would still have the vials and the containers, but everything kind of spell components pouch is now like just a bunch of bits on the ground that you have to collect and put together.
No, it's a bunch of bits soaked in a puddle of acid is what it is.
I wouldn't say they all fall on top of each other. There's definitely probably room for space. I think him losing everything in that way. That's
So, did I lose all of my acid?
yes.
What else did it destroy?
If there's anything inside a fluid that is inside of a container, it is expelled from the container. So if you had potions, moon milk, water skin,
Jeez.
all
He was
that.
carrying the healing potions.
Sure was.
You insisted that he keep carrying them.
It didn't make sense for me to have them.
Can you dispel magic?
I mean, if it already happened,
Well-
I don't think it's gonna.
Counter the counter.
As you're kind
You gotta
of
react.
standing there like like a kid who dropped his ice cream, make an Arcana check.
Well, he could counter the counter, right? If he has it.
You're not sure. The spell's definitely beyond you. It feels like it's definitely a spell that is warded to the door and will continue to happen regardless. The knock spell does not seem to have a function on it, but a spell cast on the door seems to have a trigger of this response. All contents, everything that is contained on the caster of the spell cast on the door basically evacuates its container.
What's the door made of?
The door is made out of steel.
Which way does it
So-
open?
It looks like it
This
opens
just
inward.
broke me. I just lost my magic ink too.
You're having a bad day.
Yep, I lost spider climb. I lost 3 healing potions. I lost 5 bottles of acid. I lost all of my tea, and I lost my 5 vials of magic.
The tea, I'm
man.
sure
Good game.
the tea is loose. You can pick that up and put it back in. That's fine. The tea should be fine. I'll let you keep that.
Nah,
It's got,
not
a,
if it landed in the acid.
it's got a little salt and dirt on it, but it's fine. Again, you guys keep saying like it's gonna land. The acid most likely kind of poured into the water, kind of just drained off
Just
that
leaked
way.
into your pockets.
Yeah. No, it jumped out of them.
I
So
guess
something really important behind this door that we can't get through.
You want some carrying brain juice that make you feel better?
You want to put that?
No.
You want to put that in one of your containers?
Grok, Leon's any ideas on this door that just mugged Benson?
Well, maybe like the grate. Could we
I
bypass the
cast
door by
burn
going
hands on the
underneath it?
door.
Don't.
Okay.
Oh shit, wizard's pissed.
Since your pockets are currently empty, you reach down, grab the spell component, stand up, and then shoot it. And you feel like your pockets jump open again, like they did before, as the spell does not do anything as it's targeting the door specifically.
Fireball.
If you're targeting the door
I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. That one's not going to happen. The first one did, but that one won't.
Yeah, it's...
Just walk over and put a hand on the shoulder, like, "Hey, buddy, it's been a day. Well, let's just leave it."
Can I just pick him up like a child?
Just cradle him like a baby.
That is a thing that,
Hey.
that is a thing that can be done.
It's okay.
I'll knock on the
at
door. I'll give it my best shot.
You'll knock on it.
Yeah, we're all trying here.
Nothing happens. Besides a hey kind of sounding.
I'm gonna throw a bunch of stuff out of my pockets to make Benson feel. We all got got.
But it's just your inside. It's just your
door.
It's just your inside.
straw.
You're just throwing straw out of your pockets. It's just like your hip.
His legs.
That's awesome.
Like, oh shit, I'm gonna need that. The door is currently still locked. It does appear that the mundane method did not trigger the same type of response.
I'm willing to give it one more go if you want to cast guidance on it. If you want to scoop up your components off the ground and cast guidance.
Yeah, I guess I'll try.
It probably takes him a good 10 minutes to recover his itemry.
We'll wait.
And yeah, for each of the potions, you would have an empty bottle.
I got I just switched them to vials.
Okay.
We're gonna need the
Right.
silver lining.
Yeah.
Ready?
Go for it.
Go big.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Shit.
Holy
I
moly.
got it.
right.
It's fine. I got a 30.
Roll that d4. Hey, roll the d4.
The door unlocks.
Oh, shit.
The door
Wow.
unlocks very, very quickly. Like you've thrown 2 picks in there, and you're actually using the broken, or 4 picks in there. You're actually using the broken portions of the picks to just help guide the tools and make for a good moving of the tumblers and the like. You hear a click, and then you see the handle kind of drop a little bit. Then you hear a vroom sound, but it seems to be beyond the door, and you're not sure what that means.
Okay, Shambles, you're up. Go ahead and throw that bad boy open. I heard a weird sound on the other side, and I don't dare turn the handle. I'm not 100% like HP wise.
Yeah, it's my job. Getting a new body anyway. Yeah, I'll
Open the door.
kind of charge in there and
Ah!
one motion. I'll step inside with the sword.
And you rush in, and there's nothing besides a bunch of grates on the floor on the northern portion. It does seem that there is one center grate, which is more widely opened, and you kind of have this weird smell. Oh, you don't actually. But Raya behind you has a weird smell of like ozone that's kind of present in this room. As you're kind of looking about, you can see that the grate on the northern portion starts to slowly kind of bubble up with water, which starts to kind of spill out from the grate in the center and then kind of start coming out of the tops of the grates to the sides of it. It looks like...
So the grates are overflowing.
And the water seems to be kind of filling up a bit. It's kind of slowly tracking its way like across the salt-covered floors.
Like it's filling this room?
It appears that that's the case.
Okay, is there anything of note in this room otherwise? I see a little alcove on the north side. Is that just like where you would open the grate?
That is where you'd open the grate, but go ahead and make a perception check, Shambles. I'll allow you the same, since you're probably going to want to do this pretty quickly.
I don't see shit.
It's dark in here, you're looking around, and the thing that's catching your attention is the fact that the water seems to be filling up pretty quickly. The door behind you, in hindsight, you're pretty certain it would help if you were on the other side of it. But in the time that I've kind of spoken those sentences, it's already about an inch or so off of the ground. It's starting to fill up.
Shambles, you should leave. This is going to make you heavy.
Gonna make you dead.
Start soaking this up. Yeah, I'm leaving. Grok, close the door. After you leave.
I closed it.
Okay. So after a fashion, if you shut the door and wait there, or do you plan on just kind of moving away from it?
I'll wait.
So when we shut the door, is there a gap between the door and the floor?
No.
Okay, so the
does
water's
the door
not going to come through?
Correct.
Yeah, does the door lock automatically?
It does
Yeah,
sound like
pretty
it
much.
does, yeah. The handle, when you kind of slam it, it kind of snaps into its first
Okay.
position. But once the
Do
door
we?
closes, what you notice, Shambles, Benson, and Leon, who were outside the whole time, or sorry, Benson and Leon and Shambles, who moved over it. The grate that you're standing on, Shambles, Benson and Leon, you would have noticed that the water stopped flowing through there the second the door opened, and that weird boom sound happened for Raya. It was almost in the same time. And once they shut the door, you can hear the water start to flow again.
Okay. So when we shut the door, did we hear anything from the inside of the room?
No, you two didn't. Or sorry, Gronk might have, yeah, but it was just the weird
Was it
boom sound.
so the opposite of that sound?
So the door could be attached to a valve that's opening that causeway when we
Yeah,
open
yeah.
the door.
You're
Yeah.
thinking about it, and it's a possibility, yeah.
Okay. So, but there didn't appear to be anything of note, so we'll come back to that later if we really need to. Just perhaps we go in and close the door, the water stops. Or if we just all drown, and that's fine too.
Water door.
Well,
I
another way
did
to think about it
hear
is that
something. Go ahead.
I was going to say when we open the door, that room might fill with water, but it gives us an opportunity to go down the grate more easily because the water's not flowing there, right?
Sounds
In the
right.
hallway, correct, yeah. We'd shut that off. And with the door open, it's going to be really hard to fill the whole thing. It'll flood all the hallways too, and grates.
Anyway,
Anyway,
So I heard a noise under this grate here.
yep.
No, nobody's added any water to this magma, right?
He's gonna stay with it, isn't he?
I am. If it can be neutralized in water, that might be a failsafe. That room.
Hmm.
If the smegma gets out of
If
control,
only
open
we
that
had
door,
empty vials or something. Wait a
flood the whole
minute.
place.
Someone had the foresight.
To lose all of his stuff.
So much
I had
phantom time.
5 empty vials anyway. Thank you.
I know
very
you did.
And that guy's smart. All right.
You were so prepared.
So, noisy vent. I don't want to just jump over until Shambles says it's okay.
Well, if you go and look, you can see the water starting to flow through there again. It's starting to fill it up. It's even in the
No,
short,
the one where he heard the
That's-
other noise. While
That's the
I
one
was
I'm talking
working
about.
on
It's the same. It connects to the same. The one, basically, it feels like from what you're looking at, it goes through into this wall and seems to descend southward bound.
yep.
And
So what I heard was just water flowing.
And
It
what
wasn't
you're
something moving in the water.
It does seem to have been something that moved in the water. It seems to have
Oh,
been
you said it was ice?
a piece of ice. Correct.
Got it.
Okay, yeah. Carrying on. Hiya, jump!
So this water could be coming from outside since we're up in icy mountains?
Perhaps. The same's true of this vent here. It does appear that it's filled with water and of the colder variety.
Ice chunks.
And there's a hallway that leads to the south.
Let's. Oh, there's just 2 vents on the north. Okay.
Oh, and yeah,
Oh.
those vents do not have water in them. They have this the slagma.
You almost said it.
Slagma, that's the word. Don't forget 10-foot spacing for traps, guys.
We heading south?
Yep.
Doesn't appear to go anywhere.
Right, because it's another map,
Oh, okay.
which is why I was grouping you so I could copy and paste.
Got it.
All right.
Oh.
So who's the first 2 individuals if you're going side by side?
Shambles and Raya.
All right. The hallway leads down a little bit further. It comes to a point where there's a small set of steps that lead down into a chamber that has a kind of sulfury, kind of charred metal kind of smell. As you enter into this space, you can see that immediately on the right side of you, there is a automaton or undaunted body similar to the chassis from the room above, and it looks like it has basically just fallen inert, but it also looks like something might have hit it to a point where it stopped moving. There are a couple of grates on the floor. These ones are different.
Just a note, if there are stairs, I'm on the wall, as long as they're climbable.
They're kind of just small. It's just a narrow flight of stairs.
Right, but if I can walk on the walls, the spider, that's what I'm doing.
Perfectly fine. But yeah, you would see.
Yeah, that potion fell out too.
Yeah, but Raya can do it just because.
I know. I'm just pointing out that I had that.
I like to think when a wizard's pockets all like fall out, there's like fireworks and shit going off. No. Gold coins and random junk.
Better than my pockets falling open.
The grates in front of you seem to be emitting a sense of heat coming out from them, and every so often you'll see kind of a waft of steam. If you inspect the grates that are kind of off to the sides of those, you'll note that it appears that the grates on the right side seem to be moving ice water into the same kind of chamber underneath the floor you're standing on. And if you go to the other side where the grates are, it looks like there's another channel that's leading the slagma from another portion of the chamber to the pit. And the steam that seems to be kind of bolstering out through the middle here, this center liquid, appears to be just like a liquid, red hot. It almost looks like it flows with kind of a mud-like texture.
I would cover my face at seeing the two mixing.
It looks like 3 are mixing in actuality.
And I'm going to stick to the walls. Where did you say the automaton was located?
It's right there. It's on the floor.
Kind of stepped over.
Okay, just one of these body things.
There are actually several more, on the ground near the wall to the south. The wall to the south does not look like a normal wall, though. It looks very different than the walls you've seen. Like I've mentioned, the carved stone of the chamber here is pretty efficient, not ornate. It's not like they put a lot of work into design. It's literally just carved stone, right?
Just roughed it in and got it flat?
Yeah, exactly. The southern wall, though, is 6 large steel panels, 20 feet high, 10 feet wide, that are connected very, very, very finely. You can barely make out the seams of them, but they're all slotted into what appear to be like ridges in the stone tiling on the ground.
Any carvings or other...
None.
Anything on them? No.
20-foot ceiling in here, then?
Yes, 20-foot ceiling in here, correct.
I'll take a look at the automaton I stepped over, see if I can figure out
hold
what
on.
did him in.
Hold on a second. So
Okay.
up to the north of Stampy, there's also one of those same steel grates.
Oh, sorry, no. That's a door marker. It's not actually for this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where we came.
Like this was a perfect trap situation.
It's basically
Okay.
just an archway notification for me. It shows that that's where you enter.
Got it. Got it.
I'm on the ceiling at this point.
Okay.
I'm traveling across the room.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and make investigation check? Because I'm assuming you're checking out stuff.
Yeah, I want to check out these panels. Does it seem like they're like a dam, like where they're turn?
Well, go ahead and make that investigation check for me.
17.
It looks like it's more of a solid door, but they appear to be connected to something in the ceiling that is a mechanism. And looking at the way the steel kind of is, you can see very narrowly that there are kind of teeth marks on the sides of them. Looking at it from afar, it doesn't look like there's any kind of markings on the panels, but when you're up close to them, you can see along the sides of each of the panels, on the long sides, they have these small little teeth marks, which to your mechanical mind and your trap thinking mind is probably slotting for gear work, so that something could pull up the doors or drop down the doors. It appears that they are connected to mechanisms in the ceiling, though, which you do not have access to. There's no panels or anything.
Okay, then I would talk back to everybody else. Be watchful for pressure plates and the like.
I'd still like to look at the dead robot on the ground.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I will. Yeah, I'll continue to
Sorry,
scour
Zach.
these walls.
You're
and
fine.
The area.
Priority Wilbur's. I mean, I just sometimes take priority for Jeremy because he's such a cool guy. The automaton looks very similar to the one that you found in the side chamber. This one is rusted a bit, and it does have kind of like a weird, kind of orangey like hue to it. The first thing you think is rust when you look at it, but on closer inspection, it looks like it's a buildup of some kind of chemical that's kind of built up over the course of some time. The center portion of the chassis looks like the glass has been broken out, and you can see the kind of shriveled up, like kind of
Brain.
yeah. But it looks like it looks like it's just kind of lingered there for a very long time. It looks like its head has been broken off. It looks like it was fought with some sort of bladed weapon, axe or sword. You're not sure.
Is it some kind of residue on the body
If you
that's appearing as rust?
if you want to make an Arcana check to try and figure it out, you can. If you want to pass that off to Benson, just roleplay.
I'll point it out to Benson. I'd be very suspicious of the air in here if these three whatevers are mixing nearby.
Yeah, it definitely has a certain kind of toxicity to its smell, but it's not absolutely like repulsive. It's not warding you out of the room. Benson,
I had mentioned covering my face, though.
right. Benson, detecting, kind of looking over the matter at hand, it appears that it is the liquid hot mud stuff from underneath appears to be earth heart. It's a dwarvish term for kind of a type of lava or magma in this case, because I think magma is when it's in the ground, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So magma, the type of magma specifically, it's so magma is just liquefied and superheated stone to a degree, and this is a very specific type of stone that seems to be being channeled from below the grates in the center there, and then moved southernly towards the doors, underneath the doors, and mixing with the slagma and the water.
I would relay that to everybody and just let them know we need to be careful.
And what you know so far about water is you need it to drink, survive, and live, as do most living creatures. What you know about the slagma is that apparently utilizing it in the ritual, encasing it in the shell of the device allows for it to hold a brain in it.
I have a question real quick on that.
Good.
You said the fronts of the automatons, those are glass?
They were broken, yeah.
Do they appear to be glass or a specific type of glass?
If you inspect it,
Benson's beaker melted when he
correct. I know.
put it in.
If you inspect it, it would require either an Arcana or a History check to determine what the type of material it actually is.
I would make that check, but I would point it out to somebody else.
Okay.
Would I? Okay.
Benson.
Arcana.
It's
It's
good
an
on you,
Arcana
man.
check.
No, that's what I just rolled. That's why I didn't know if that was.
That was for the
part of it,
that was
but I can do it.
that was for the liquid, but or the residue.
okay.
But I'll go ahead and give it to you since it was a good roll. It appears to be a type of crystal, and so much to say the crystal in kind. It doesn't appear to be very sturdy compared to like normal crystals. Looking at it, it appears to be quartz-like.
And that's
Does
in
not-
the chassis?
That was the
Protecting
glass.
brain?
That's the glass chassis
Yeah.
that holds the brain in. Yeah,
It's made of quartz?
some sort of quartz glass.
Is Benson a dwarf? Are you a dwarf?
No.
Nope.
No, it's just a
Right.
smart boy.
No stone cutting?
No.
So I'm going to point out the gear work on these doors, everybody else, that I don't see a mechanism to operate them. And I don't know what's behind them. They are made of metal, so it can't be the slagma. But it still could be lava or water. Are these doors hot?
They are, but they're not so hot that you can't touch them. They just have
They're warm to the touch, but they don't burn.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you're cooking something and you kind of get splashed with a little bit of heat. Like it's like if your hand's close to, you know, like something that's on the oven or stove. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never been in the kitchen.
It's fine. We got it. They're warm. Got it.
Variances of heat.
How
Benson,
long?
I'm sorry.
How long could I hold my hand on it before I had to take it away, or does it ever get so hot that I can't keep my hand there?
It gets to a point where it's uncomfortable, but it never gets to a point where your physical reaction is to retreat.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Shambles, do you want to help me see if we can push one of them up against the notches if it goes into the ceiling?
Well, if there's gearwork, that gearwork's going to fight against you. They do appear to go up.
Right. So we can try to push it upwards.
Yeah, first I want to try to sweep the ground, make sure there aren't any pressure plates around,
None.
especially if this residue is spread across.
Yeah, there's none.
Spread out across. Okay.
What you'll
Then otherwise, yeah, I'll help Grok with his idea.
What you'll be able to determine too from the fallen automatons is it does look like they were basically destroyed by some outside influence with weapons, bladed
Yeah, they were
weapons.
beaten to death, though, not submerged in something.
Right.
Right. Somebody came in here. Blade.
So if he can help me, I will roll for that. Try to muscle it up against the
Okay.
levers.
Yeah, go ahead.
While he's doing so, I'm paying attention to the door to see what the mechanisms are doing, if there's any sounds or anything at the ceiling.
So this is such a bad idea. This is how we're going to do it. Grok and whoever's helping you and giving you the help benefit, both of you two make a athletics check. And out of the 4 rolls that are thrown, I'm going to take the worst of those results as the result for your check.
Okay. Beat that, Grok.
Is it athletics?
It's gonna be an 8.
It is an
27.
8. So yeah, there's nowhere to get a handhold on this thing. You're trying to push up on a pretty slick metal surface, and you're not getting any purchase. It feels like you're
Alright.
effectively humping a wall.
Alright. Worth a try.
Hot, guys, but it doesn't really help. I didn't hear
Good
anything.
workout.
Hot, but no. Turtle Scarecrow hump a wall. That's the name of the episode. So what would you like to do after that? It doesn't look like the mechanism for opening this is present.
How quickly? How strong is the current that the water is flowing?
The same strength that it was before. It's
Like if we were to say like reach in there, do we think it would sweep us down?
well, there's no opening point here.
Got it.
Yeah, none of the grates on this side, in this room specifically, are openable.
Can Grok breathe underwater? Grok,
He
can
can
you
hold
breathe
his breath for
underwater?
a while at least.
He's amphibious.
For an hour. For an hour, yeah.
And I don't have to breathe.
Sure.
If we want to pal around in the sewers.
You can go
Now's
back
the
to
time
the,
to do
the first
it.
water opening and see if it comes
Oh, what
south and
fun.
comes over here.
Also sounds like a bad idea, but I'm interested in it.
It is ice water, though.
We're the most
Yeah,
likely.
I'm
So-
more worried about it flowing alongside lava and stuff that killed everything that we've seen.
Speed-wise,
But you could die of hypothermia before you got to any opening.
Speed-wise, it looks like it's moving with the same kind of pace as like a whitewater current. It's going to be very hard to swim against this water.
Grok, I'm gonna tell you, I have no chance of surviving this.
Grok would
It's
be
all-
better at it, to be sure, but you also know that it would be a lot easier if the water just wasn't there.
I
water-
got
water
it. Let's
might
go
not
open
be
that
there.
dang door.
Right, right.
So far, though, all the water has appeared to be flowing in this direction, right?
Yeah, both of the waterways led into the left side of this room.
This direction.
Yeah, and it seems
So
that
jumping in, this is where you're coming.
right.
If we peer into the water grates that are over here, can we? Does it look like they're only going to go into that center chamber? Does it look like there's another side port going under the wall?
You can't really see anything with the water moving. Besides water moving.
Do we want to try to open that door again? See if we
I was
can
gonna say,
empty
yeah.
these
Okay,
drains?
so I'm just gonna.
Raya, do you think you'd be able to open that door again?
I'd give it a shot.
So go for it.
Is it as hard as it was before? Even though I've opened
I'll give
it?
you advantage on it since you've opened it before.
keeping an eye out for those black pool things.
Benson, you want to give me a heads up just in case?
Yeah, I will.
Never mind.
All
I
right.
said, yeah, I will.
So you
Oh, because you rolled.
I rolled a 20. 35. That door is open whenever I want it to be.
You unlock the door. The door opens. You hear the same sound happen again. The water outside seems to no longer flow, and you can hear the last bits of it kind of flowing out, kind of a drainy kind of sound. On the interior of the room, you can see that the water is starting to bubble up and kind of starting
real
to
quick.
fill that room.
So, because I know that's happening, I'm going to come in. I'm going to look at the back of the door. Is there a physical lock mechanism on the inside?
Okay. Go ahead. Again, this time since you're looking more precisely, not perceiving, go ahead and make an investigation check as you're looking for it. Because even still, it's something you have to find. That's why you look at the back wall. It looks like there is a grate that can open.
No, I mean the actual door itself. Does it have like a physical lock on it above the handle?
On the backside, you mean?
Sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, it does. Sorry.
Okay, so I want to hold that open and close the door and see if the water shuts off and on.
Water does not.
Like the door is attached to a valve, like we thought.
Water does not change as if the door were still open.
Like I'm going to hold the lock open and shut the door.
Yeah, so the water continues to bubble up in the room that you're in, and it doesn't seem to be flowing outside.
Is that how it was before with the door closed?
No. When you shut the door, the water flowed again. The
So
door.
If you let go of the lock and close the door, it'll default back to its original position. Right?
And they'll be locked in there while it's filling.
No.
No, you're right. It'll be draining out again. I'm sorry.
Real quick, let me explain the mechanism precisely, because Raya would have gathered it. Jeremy may not have, but Raya's a pretty smart guy. So, if the door is closed and locked, the current methodology of the water is to flow underneath the ground this way and through these two passageways here. Okay? That's the default. If the door is unlocked, period, not locked.
Lock controls the valve.
Correct.
Not the.
The door being opened is inconsequential. However, if the door is closed, your presumption is that the water would not be able to escape the room.
I want Benson in here with me. I'm going to close and lock the door with us in here so it's not filling, but it gives us time to check the room.
Fair. Yep, nothing changes, nothing weird happens. Go ahead and if you want Benson to make an investigation check.
Yeah, Benson do his thing, investigation, arcana, detect magic, see what's going on with this room.
Okay, do you want me to do them in a certain order?
Just an investigation check's fine.
26.
On the back wall, there is a grate pulling system that allows you to open the northernmost center panel. This is not the panel that has the most visibility through it. It's the panel therein. And that allows you access to underneath into the water. What you'll find at that point is there appear to be points where the water is coming in, and they appear to be two round holes in the wall beneath the grate. One slightly bigger than the other, and it appears it's being funneled through steel pipes that are going through the walls.
And those head due north?
They head due north, correct.
Which would pass above the smagma in the ink room.
Correct. In this room as well, with that check, right underneath the panel, when you kind of are looking down at it, there's a small kind of like box, like almost like a power switch box, kind of set on the wall. Very hard to distinguish. If someone were hopping into the room, they'd barely be able to notice it, and if you weren't really looking for it, you wouldn't see it. But if you pull open the lid and check what's inside of that box, you'll find that there is a single key, and the key appears to have a kind of underhooking shape to it, with a series of key teeth on the bottom underhook and on the interior hook. Raya, if you look at this key, you'll immediately recognize it as belonging to the door in the northern center hall.
The Dwarven rune.
That's right.
Okay. Let's take that back, and hopefully that room has the mechanism to open the other one. Or just more information for us. Yeah?
Sounds good.
Do we want to flood this room anyway and turn off the water?
I think we should investigate the above ground options first.
Sounds good.
So I'll open the door, let Benson and I out, and let it lock behind us.
Okay.
And we're going back to Dwarvish Runes.
All right.
Keeping an eye out for black ooze puddle guys.
Just stay away from that door and we should be fine. It seemed
Don't
territorial.
trust. They
That was the
seem to
first door on
hide
the
pretty
left,
well.
right?
It was up and around. You're at it right now, yeah.
Okay, I thought first door on the left when we came in. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Same marching order, basically.
Where's Leah?
Yeah, Benson, if you want to pass the key to me, I'll unlock it and I'll
Yep. I'll pass it off.
let Shambles do the actual opening.
Swords out.
The literal pincushion.
All right.
I just like to be useful.
Okay. You place the key inside, turn it, and open it. You see the arcane glyphs kind of as you're turning the key and moving it into its position start to glow for a second, and you kind of, and then realize it's the arcane lock being triggered and being turned off.
Dissipating.
And what? Well, no, not dissipating. It seems to remain. It just seems to be kind of turning off because of the key's turning.
Right.
And once you get the key handled and pulled and open the door, you'll realize that it can. Upon closing, it will lock again.
It'll reactivate.
Right.
Got it.
You are immediately met by a very kind of weird ambiance. There's a certain kind of glow, almost as if there's some sort of firelight on the opposite side of the room, and you hear a couple of voices kind of chime out in unison as you enter in. And if you'll bear with me for just 1 second,
Yeah, do what you gotta. This is a Shambles thing.
get us to back.
They have voices. They could be friendly.
Could be.
Go murder hobos.
Okay. Num 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 num.
Anybody getting weapons ready? Or...
My computer's lagging.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you take your time, John.
Yeah, well, you like the room we found, or Shambles found the automaton, whatever, in. That was a clean room, you said, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's unarmed.
While we're taking that, I'm gonna run use the restroom real quick. I'll be back.
Have fun.
Do it up, man. Get out there and show him who's boss.
You got this. Oh.
You okay? You're making a lot of noises.
I'm just making sure I've got the count right.
Is it a high count?
Maybe.
Is it a pleasant count?
Is it a zombie count?
It'd be mummies. Some.
That's true. That's actually worse. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure mummies could be reasonless.
I'm gonna let you take point on this one.
But they speak to the natives.
Well, what's that? You're a bunch of goo wrapped in linen? I think I can relate.
Guys!
All right. So, Raya and Shambles, as you're entering into the door, you can see that the room appears to funnel off to the left side of where you're looking. So the right side of the map is what
Shambles
you're saying.
enters, Riot does not. Door opening duty was given to Shambles.
Fine, fair enough. So Shambles is first in. That's fine. The thing that
He gets all the treasure.
Damn right.
The thing
ahead, bud.
that you will note is that it seems like the room kind of leads off to the left and opens up into the left side, as you would figure, because if it were to open toward the right, you would have encountered it when you were marching through the halls. If that makes sense structurally.
Sure.
The room has a weird kind of scent to it, like people live here. And when you see the room for what you can see, you see that there is a bridge that seems to cross out over the floor, and you can kind of see a bit of the slagma on the ground kind of moving a little bit. But you don't really have much time to focus in on that. I'll get you to the map here in a second. Standing at the bridge that kind of crosses over it, there appears to be a dwarf. Dark skin, white beard. You can kind of see small little traces of red in his beard. He's kind of turns to look at you, and he has kind of hateful looking eyes that become even more angered when he turns to see you, and utters something in Dwarvish. Those of you who can speak it would realize that he's saying intruders.
Oh,
Who had the ring last? Was it Benson or Shambles?
he gave it back to me.
Yep.
Okay, so you understand it. And these are Dwergar, right?
They do appear to be Dwergar, correct?
Is that the
Dark Dwarves.
Underdwarf? Okay.
Yeah. Damn, this is a big ass room to be in here.
Oh, hold on, let me get the light real quick.
I think you got it.
No.
I see 7 from my position.
There are more.
I said from my position. Maybe 8. I think
I
half
see
tile.
5. So you're seeing better than my torch.
3.
There's one right in front of us. Two to the south. 2
1.
there.
And there's a light over there.
2 to the far side. Yeah.
That guy looks different. So does
Yeah.
that guy.
Two guys look different in the far side there.
The greenish stuff beyond the stone is
It's
what?
Like,
below the stone, and it's slagma. There do appear to be steps that lead down to it, and it doesn't look like there's a lot. It looks like there's a flow to it, though, and it seems to be moving in a southernly, kind of southeasterly, or sorry, not southeasterly, southwesterly pattern. Like it's all
So the
flowing
steps lead
towards.
down into the liquid?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see 6 Dwergar and 2 others that look differently. Just so everybody that's with us knows. That's why I see so.
Hopefully dope.
This guy should actually have been here. All right, perfect.
Okay, that adds 1 to the count.
Initiative board, and let's do it.
I don't think we're reasoning. Okay.
No, correct me if I'm
I'm gonna
wrong.
call it.
Whoa!
Dwergar and dwarf people are typically dark vision, right?
Oh yeah.
How many are there, Chris?
Oh no, I rolled a 22
Good
for
job,
my
man.
initiative.
So you would know that dark vision is not a be all end all of sight. It's still
Right.
yeah. The reason why they have
But
I
it,
want
there's
to
a-
see colors.
What's weird is that there's a light source in the room where there are people that can see in the dark.
it's also a heat
They
source,
still want to see color.
and it's also a cooking source. It's yeah.
Right, but as far as the heat source goes, this place seems to be geothermal.
I mean, fair enough, but it also is.
Wow.
It's also a cooking source. Is the main part.
Boring.
Right, but if you can see in the dark, I mean,
Not
unless we
important
just
if
happen
they
to
can
come in
go
at
on.
dinner time, put the fire out, and 2 of them can't see.
Toast marshmallows over the
I
smoke.
mean, we'll see how that goes. They all look like they're Dwergar, though, that you can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The 2 over there by the actual light source
Yeah,
look like Dwergar.
you betcha.
Okay, they look very different in their tokens. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, they're differently drawn. I can concur there.
But they look, just from the drawings, yeah, they look taller and more human.
Dwergar.
Oh, this could be fun. Let's do this.
All right.
Everybody pick a target, beat the shit out of it.
Why does it look different?
Dude.
Jesus.
Did you learn nothing from the news?
Try to ignore it solely.
Good idea. The news is terrible.
And the last one. All right.
Oh, we need a tiebreaker for Jody and the Mind Master.
No, we don't. I win.
Also, we need Jody to take that title.
Because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have
What's ceiling
18,
ceiling
does
height
he?
in this room? All platforms are level. Is that correct?
Yeah, the ceilings in here are only 10 feet high, which is the height of the door as well that you entered into, if I recall correctly from my notes.
And there's 10 additional feet down to the smegma.
So
Slagma.
from the base of the grossness to the ceiling, it's 20 feet. It's 10 feet to the level that you're on to start with.
Okay.
And that is a whole shovel in front of you that is present.
Nice.
Hit him in the face with it. Shambles.
Style points.
All right.
Sounds like a waste of our action economy.
Tom and Jerry style.
The leader, or the one that you, the first one that you see, kind of says "intruders in Dwarvish," and then as he's saying that, you can see one of the individuals with a cloak, hood drawn up, kind of over the fire with what appears to be like a stick or something, kind of poking into the flame, kind of look up, and then as he does so, he kind of like just fades away.
Ah, fuck that guy.
Is that one of your spells?
He just
I don't have spells.
fades away.
Invisibility, I guess.
All right, Chody.
All right. I am going to cast dust. Oh man.
Just fucking nuke them. As many as you can get.
Well, I was going to do something to kind of hold them
They're
back.
not fun.
I'm going to cast Dust Devil here.
Okay.
That one doesn't get a lot of action. Let's see. Sounds great.
Right?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. I'm on board now.
This is new territory.
Choose an unoccupied 5-foot cube of
Can you
air.
click the spell
that
for
you
me
can
real quick?
see- Yeah, hold on.
Was this a spell you just picked up?
No, this is one I've had.
Okay.
Someone's listened to complaints, and I appreciate it.
Oh, wait a minute.
I just want to double check something because I think,
I think it has a keyword.
yeah.
Oh, how do I click
You
it
go
to
into the spell list. Like you have to go into the spell area.
Oh no, it's fine. Dust Devil, 5-foot cube of air that you can see within elemental force resembling a Dust Devil. Okay, so let me get you a token and you can use that.
And
Are
then
5th ed dwarven kind the same as 4th ed dwarven kind?
I don't know.
Why do you ask?
Because he couldn't push him in 4th.
Huh.
whatever. It's cool. Trying something new.
I'm on board.
I'm
Yeah,
into it.
I want to see what happened.
Toss
And
them in there. That's
if
what
I
I was
can
thinking.
push them, they'll fall on the stuff and they can't get in. That's what I'm looking for, man.
That's
I'm
right.
hopeful.
I'm hoping
Drown
to
him
do
in
the same.
smegma.
There's nothing but support here.
I don't see a lot of sport in this room, really. No buttresses or anything.
Looking for a gust.
There's some columns.
I guess maybe, yeah. That's
Columns where we
probably,
can't see.
probably what those black squares are.
Dur.
Yeah, that checks out. You're right. Can't see him because of dark vision. Black and white.
Just looks like part of the wall to me.
For the umpteenth time today.
I'm just gonna use a dark sphere. Do you see that little sphere?
Kevin.
No,
How about now?
nothing.
Oh.
I don't see you either.
How about now?
There you go.
There it is next to me.
Yep.
Our new pal. That thing.
And it's 5 foot
okay, and I can
Cube.
move it.
Yep.
No, put it in the square you cast it in first.
Yeah. It has to be a place you can see.
Oh yeah, but I can.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you have the ability to move that somewhere you want it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Move it over here. So if you guys want to run punch somebody, you can.
Where'd you move it? Did you hit
Far
delete?
side of the doors.
Behind the Dwargar in the
Center.
center.
Did you hit delete on it?
No, it's still there. I see
Yeah,
it.
I moved it to the right.
Right here.
Right there.
Oh, he can see there?
Yeah.
You
He moved it.
shouldn't be able to see there. Oh,
Yeah,
the
I
lights,
can
the
see
light source
there.
behind there. Got it. Okay. Got it.
He's got a light source on either side of it. Got to be able to see it.
That's why I got it mixed up. Choose an unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range. Any creature that ends its turn within the 5 feet must make a strength saving throw. Alright.
Man, I'll bet they're good at those.
And as a bonus action, you can move the Dust Devil 30 feet in any direction. So since you're placing it in a currently unoccupied square, it's not going to do anything.
You must take the bonus action, put it on top of somebody to force the save.
Yeah.
Right. So then I will take the bonus action now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll put it on top of him.
Okay. And then strength saving throw DC.
Go back to the wording. Was it when they end their stay or when they start a turn in
Yeah.
it?
Ends its turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil.
Okay.
Hold on. Ends his turn within 5 feet of it?
Yes, so it's basically has all those squares around it as well.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a terrible spell. Anybody can just walk away from it.
But if they have to go across these bridges, they're going to have to go through that area to get
No,
in.
they have to end their turn on that space.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounded like a good spell.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it
you-
attack? Isn't it like a conscious thing?
Well, it's if they end it, they take
As a bonus action, you can
1d8
move it.
bludgeoning damage.
But it also heavily obscures the area that it's in. So you can use it to block line of sight, I guess. That's a really weird second level spell. But, yeah. Okay, so that happens. It's placed.
Trying to be different.
That's
No,
fine.
I get
into it.
that. I get it.
Ryan, you're up.
I'm gonna delay or hold whichever it is in fifth.
Okay.
We'll see what everybody else.
Shambles.
Punch.
Well, time to do my duty, and you know what? I'm gonna go up here.
Alright.
Let's give him the sword.
Okay. Real quick, a couple of things since you're the first
Uh-huh.
person that's getting face to face with one and engaging it. What you're going to note is that he's wearing a very strange set of boots. The boots appear to be covered with some kind of clay or kind of weird, kind of chalky kind of substance, like calcification, effectively, from water runoff. He has gloves that appear to have the same thing. And in his hands, this Dwergar is wielding a pick, which looks like it might be used for digging, mining, and the like.
Hey, John, was this room salty or not?
No.
Anybody got an
Uh,
inspiration later on?
Clean floors?
Not
I
so
do.
much, no.
I will give it to you.
Mostly dirty.
Okay. Okay, because the Dust Devil does pick up stuff when it moves.
Yeah.
So it has a 10-foot reach
Okay.
until the end of the next turn.
Yeah, well, nothing big on the panel that it started off in. So, yeah, if it was on the panel behind it, maybe. But there's nothing to pick up there. It's not clean.
What about
It's just dusty.
Slagma?
If it were down 10 feet, maybe.
Yeah, if it moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or small gravel, it sucks up the material, forms a 10-foot radius
Oh,
cloud of debris around itself, and lasts until the start of Chody's next turn.
okay. Well, then, yeah.
So does it have that or not?
It'll have that.
Is
That's
that
fine.
okay? That's what creates the obscuring effect.
Okay. Good note. Shambles you were doing?
I'm stabbing this guy.
Oh, okay. Your sword.
Jody gave me inspiration.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. That'll hit.
14. You know what? We're just gonna get this guy off our platform. So 11 to hit.
No.
And I forgot the second attack anyway, so 16 to hit.
1 second. No.
Man.
Wait, no, sorry, yes. Yes, on the nose. For some
For
reason,
5 more piercing.
yeah, for some reason the token took the AC incorrectly.
You're a cheater.
Well, when you
Total of 19.
okay, he's still standing. When you are adjusting the tokens, if it's for a player character, you put AC. If it's for a NPC, you put NPC underscore AC. So that was taking the wrong number, and I had to find it on the sheet. Okay, shambles, good deal. All right, this guy back here. As a bonus action, you see him kind of throw his hand off to the side, and this light kind of appears from like his palm. It grows out to about a 2-foot length and seems to have kind of like a fine point to it, like a razor. The light kind of glows and oscillates with kind of a almost fiery like movement, but he seems to wield it like someone would a weapon. He will then rush off of the edge and jump down into the slagma. You hear a sound as he hits the ground, and you can see that he's moving at a pretty good clip.
And he's sizzling on the feet.
There's no sizzling on the feet. It seems that he's also wearing the weird stone boots,
Okay.
and seems to be fine.
Yeah. Which guy was it that disappeared? Is that the one south of the light source?
Yeah, the one with the
He
cloak
was
hood,
south
yep.
of the lights. Not him, but a guy that still disappeared to us.
Oh, there's another one. Okay, I can
Yes.
see that one.
Alright, well, now you can't see that one, so
That's true.
it makes sense. Grok.
I think if Kevin has a dex higher than 15, he goes first.
All right, he does.
Kick their asses, Kevin.
You know, we can try. I'll shoot this guy.
Okay. Hit. Solid shot to the head. It kind of breaks the hard skull of the Dwergar, and he falls to the ground.
Nice.
I don't really want to step into this room, but I guess I kind of screwed over here.
Just start
and that's it.
taking shots.
Wait, I get another
Second
shot.
attack. Second attack.
Attack.
And that elk.
What does this guy have in his hands? Can I
War
see?
pick.
If you'll allow it, Kevin, I'd try to stop you and focus south. There's two in the corner. If you can shoot one, your moves can automatically jump that 10-foot gap and melee the other one.
That
Yeah.
one it is.
Yeah, work down there. Stay in the corner you were in.
Shot.
Okay.
19.
One on the left or one on the right in the back?
The one on the left.
Okay. And then are you having the moose jump over there?
On its turn, yeah.
Did it
It
roll?
goes with you, doesn't it?
Did it roll an initiative?
Oh, yeah, I rolled it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
nice.
he's down on 9. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
I thought it just went with you.
That's what I always thought.
Grok.
It's his own thing, dude.
I respect him.
Treat all Dwergar corpses as difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm going to do something. Let's see. We're going to cast a spell.
Was everybody in here wearing stone boots?
You weren't really able to tell in the beginning initial portion,
Okay.
but the ones that you can see do appear to be wearing boots up to their thighs that are covered with calcification.
I would like to put fairy fire in a 20-foot cube. Is it possible? Can you help me with that?
60 feet. Where are you trying to target?
Well, I guess what I want to do is actually get it on the bridge so that when they come across to us,
That's not how the spell works.
uh,
Fairy fire triggers, happens. Everything that's in the space that you targeted is now fairy fired. It doesn't hold an area as fairy fire.
okay, well then let's get these folks here.
Okay. Alright, so dexterity saving throws. And it's a 20-foot cube. So I'm assuming just the whole panel there.
Sure.
Alright.
Just heads up, that would cancel invisibility.
No, I know it works too,
But not
but
to you, to Andy.
It would cancel invisibility, right?
Yeah, if he happens to hit the one guy.
Right.
so the two.
And if invisibility is what he actually cast.
The big thing, it gives us advantage.
Well, he's invisible. It doesn't have to be the spell invisibility, but the two that you can see, the one that's currently in the Dust Devil, and the one south of it are now glowing. They have a outline to them. They utter something in Dwarvish, and if you could speak it, they say, "Oh no, it's like the Drow Elves." All right.
And then I'm just gonna move back and get in front of Benson.
Okay. All right. All right.
Long jump was equal to your strength modifier, right?
Score.
Or score.
If you have a running jump, if it's just a long jump from standing, it's your strength modifier. Yeah.
Okay.
The one in the back, the one with the sick mohawk, comes rushing through. You can see that this individual is covered with plate armor, and the plate seems to have been reinforced with stone blocks. And the boots on this one seem to have been covered over with metal plating, which has also been covered over with stone.
That is a sweet mohawk.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Those heavy fucking boots.
And straight booking it. Like this one, you hear it trundle, trundle, trundle across the bridge to the south, and then come towards the front. And like it's like the tick jumping on buildings, if you're familiar with the series. Like it's, yeah. This Dwergar is not messing around. The Dwergar on the opposite sides, the ones to the south seem to be waiting. They are delaying. But they are turning about and facing off in that direction. The Dwergar on the very, very, very far end, down this way, take their war picks and turn them on their sides, and then you see them pull long bits out of their pocket and load them into the picks, and then they start firing the picks, which now, as you look at them, you realize are heavy crossbows, downrange at Leon. Let's see. 12 misses, 20 hits. So take 5 points of piercing damage, Leon.
Ouch.
All right. Giant elk.
They all have to take the save from the Dust Devil in the middle.
Oh, sorry, I haven't done them yet, so that actually would be
You just
helpful.
moved them.
Well, you moved the big guy.
No, sorry. Yeah, I said the two on this. I didn't move the two in the middle. Sorry.
But it went off their turn.
No, the big guy makes his save.
Yeah, the big guy will have to make
you
a save.
did just end their turn on 11.
Right, but
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with them, so I will have triggered having done something with them. That's fine. I'll go ahead and have them roll their saves. They're also delaying, if that's the way we want to do it. This is strength.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All of them are on delay.
Correct.
Okay, then yeah, they haven't ended turn. Just the boss man needs to make the save then.
Right. The only two that acted and did things to finalize it were the ones up in the top right corner. And so, yeah. Thank you, Jeremy, for getting what I was trying to say. And
Yes, they have not taken a turn. They're somewhere
they
else.
haven't ended a turn. They're just delaying. So-
Does Dust Devil wrap around corners or no?
That's fine. So the big one is going to make his...
No, if it wraps around corners, it's going to hit the guy that's down in this magma.
It doesn't descend down 10 feet.
That's what I was asking, if it wraps around corners or not. Because it's in a 10-foot dome right now, because it picked up dust when it moved. So he's within 10 feet of it, but...
I'll allow it. That's fine. Dwergar Resilience. Dwergar have advantage on saving throws against poison, spells, illusions, risk being charmed, paralyzed, force moved. Strength saving throw, right?
Yeah.
That's a 22. And I don't know
You'll
why
take
I rolled out.
take half a d8 and you're not pushed.
Yeah, roll a d8. I don't know why that threw out in the open, though. I'll make sure that I change that so I can cheat harder.
No thanks.
So it had advantage?
Yeah, I read the thing.
He was a dwarf.
He did. He's got that stone stuff happening.
Yeah, I called that
And
earlier. They're
pushed
gonna be
off.
really good at strength saves.
So do you hear that, Chris? He has advantage on being pushed.
The one in the pit also makes its
Oh.
saving throw. So they'll both take 3 points of damage from the dust.
Nice.
Well,
Okay. Elk.
As the elk runs, I'm going to take my delayed action to run alongside it. I'm going to hug the wall, hoping Leon will help me direct it to stand between me and the wall, and I'm going to go with it toward those two Dwargar.
Okay. Leon?
I've got 12 strength, so I can clear the hole.
Yeah, can the elk jump across and like land on
Handedly,
this guy?
yeah.
So
Put him-
space-wise, it will have a difficulty landing. If it's landing and it's trying to attack that Dwergar, if it kills it, it could take that position. If not, then no. And since you're delaying Raya, move your ass right back to where you're going. Your actions happen after the elk takes its full turn. So.
Well, then I'm talking to Leon and telling him to, hey, stand to the right so I can jump in there with him.
All right. So kill the Dwergar.
It's a ram attacker.
Hmm?
Shasha!
Hit, and you're attacking the one that got arrowed earlier, right?
Yo,
All right.
8 damage.
It's still standing.
Oh wait, hold on. If elk moves at least 20 feet
Good.
straight towards the target and then hits it with the ram attack, target takes extra 2d6.
I'm actually going to disallow it because the last portion of it required a jump, which I would not count as straight towards it for ramming purposes.
Okay, that's fair.
There's no
The
ground
jump
for
could
it
just
to.
land on.
There's no ground for it to
It could
push
land
off.
on top of the
There's
Dwergar.
no ground for it to push off and ram like it's supposed to. It's not actually moving in a straight line. It's leaping.
He's a missile at that point.
He's charging like a missile, dude.
I'm not gonna allow it. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's still standing. Raya,
Oh, does the moose have somewhere to stand or not?
it's
Doesn't the elk have a second?
where it's at is fine. I'm just saying where he initially had placed it. I was trying to argue against that. If he'd killed that Dwergar, he'd be right on top of it. That'd be fine. But no.
Okay, then my delayed action comes in and I stab this guy.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
28.
Don't worry about sneak attack damage.
And I'm rolling it anyway.
I mean, have fun. But he is very dead.
It's not on here. Where'd my sneak attack go?
So the Dwergar in the corner, who definitely folks would probably presume is not in a good position, will enlarge as a bonus action.
Ooh.
So I'm going to need the elk to make a dexterity saving throw.
Going in the goo.
Oh god. Critical fail.
It's pushed backwards and away, and as it's done that way, half of it's on, half of it's off. Its saving throw fails. It falls into the pit. Taking 29 points of fire damage. That's a pretty bad roll.
29?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't done. So
Oh, sorry. You attacked it, and you were going to do something else after moving 30 feet.
yeah, I have like a million options for bonus actions. I'm a
Take
rogue in 5th level.
Take them. Continue. It's fine.
Well, it would have been hide under a moose, but since that's not here,
Well, you could have done that, but then that wouldn't have been a solid hiding point any longer. after.
yeah. So I'll just disengage and wall walk out of here.
Okay. All right. Once you kind of dart away, he will step to the edge of the pit there and smash down with his now massive war pick into the elk. He's attacking a prone target, so 23 hits for 12 more points of piercing damage.
He can reach down 10 feet below him?
Yeah, he's got reach.
If it's
a
okay.
big boy.
It's a giant versus a giant.
He's 10 feet.
I'm just making sure.
Also,
He's 10 feet
Exploring
tall.
options.
So it's a dwarf that's basically doubled in size.
it's like a whole person.
He's a little taller than a regular guy. Okay, the Dwergar in the middle will have taken their delayed actions as well. And we're going to go ahead and just book it across the bridge to hold it. I'm going to go ahead and try to get him to stand on top of the dead body. There we go. And then this one. The two of them will attack from their position against Shambles with normal-sized war picks. 18 and 7, so take 9 points of damage.
Both of those miss.
Oh, then take no points of damage. Oh, that's right. Yeah, your armor class went.
It was wrong.
It didn't go up. It was corrected.
It was correct. All right. So no Dust Devil saves unless they're still in it at the end of the move. Got it. Okay. On 22, which you can't currently see, I will.
Is that guy still on the board, or did you disappear him from the tracker too?
I GM layered him. He's on the tracker for me. He's not on the tracker for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go this route.
Okay, what's that box around Shambles?
What?
All right. You can hear heavy.
Oh, the yellow?
You were.
You can hear heavy splashing sounds, Shambles, from below the bridge. You kind of look down that way, trying to see, but there's two Dwargar in the way for you to be able to see anything.
Leon's got eyes on it.
Leon, you see some footfalls kind of splashing south of the bridge, moving across the waterway towards the southern portion of the island you're on.
Oh boy.
Chody.
Since the Dust Devil didn't really do anything, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. And since they're resistant to everything with it, I'll let it go.
Well, you're actually pretty cool with it now, because you got two of them locked in combat with Shambles. As long as you don't put it where it's going to hit him, you might be alright. And you can hover it off the ground and float it above this magma.
So, like, there, maybe?
I think that still hits Shambles.
10 foot. He's farther than 10 foot.
And then moves.
Well, at the end of this turn, it won't have the pickup anymore. It says it's...
But
It's
it just
each
moved.
turn. Yeah,
It just moves, so it's picking up dust.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Question: will that be throwing that shit everywhere at me and the elk?
It doesn't move the liquid.
Yeah.
Within
Okay.
a 10 foot. So
It doesn't
if
say
I
anything
go
about
here-
moving liquid, though, right? Just dust and
Correct.
shit? Okay.
Yeah, so as long as he moves it across that guy or the bridge, he'll pick up some dust.
Okay,
But if he ever backtracks, the space is already clean. There's nothing
They've
left.
been swept.
gotcha.
Okay, so if I go there, that way it won't hit him, and maybe it'll hit them. And now it's a concentration, so I cannot cast any spells, right?
No,
Unless you're at a point
that's
where
not,
you can do
that's
something.
not correct.
You can't cast another concentration spell.
Okay, cool. Then I will cast the Death Touch.
The what?
The-
Chill touch. Chill touch.
Yeah, Chill Touch on him.
A
Death touch sounds way cooler though.
five-finger death punch? What?
I like Death Touch. I like that.
11.
Miss.
John, make a spell.
Five-finger death punch, yeah, fair enough. Okay. Cool. And if you're done, it'll go to Raya.
I'll hop in and help Shambles out.
Neat.
I'm gonna slicey dicey this guy. 26.
Do you get the adjacent ally bonus?
Yeah, plus 14, so 21 damage.
That's the fairy fired one, right?
Mm-hmm.
21, you said?
Yeah, I had to hit it anyway, but yeah.
Still standing?
Bonus action. Shambles, you're on your own. Disengage.
Sounds familiar.
Go hang out with Benson.
Alright.
This has happened many times.
It's like your life.
Oh, they're not dead.
Grok, you're up. I'm
No,
here to take. I'm here to take shots coming at Benson. You can go finish that guy off.
Shambles.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll stab that guy immediately south. Fuck. Yeah, I'll
You
miss
said
and
you
take
said
a point off
stab.
of my...
Yeah, you said stab. So you threw a monk on.
I meant to click on the sword.
Okay. Well, it should be. It's
Weird.
Yeah, it's just lost 2 condition steps. So what is it now? It's almost pretty much busted, isn't it?
It didn't
No,
get
I
hurt
had it
last
fixed
time.
before we left.
Oh, right. No, you crit the or yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, just the one.
It was
So
broken in half to begin with. What are you talking
It's
Fair
about?
enough.
fine now, I think.
Yeah, it is fine. That is correct.
Anyway, that was meant to be the sword stroke for whatever reason.
It didn't roll it, but the dice would have been the same.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Miss.
15 to hit that guy.
That says broken sword.
But you have advantage.
Yeah, I got it that time.
You have
Oh, okay.
You have advantage. It'll be.
Oh, for the fairy fire?
Yeah.
16 hits then?
16 hits.
Okay. 6 piercing.
He drops to the ground.
Alright. I
And
Just a
don't.
pile of corpses in that space.
I don't want to stand on top of it because that seems. You know what? That's harder for them to get through.
Yeah,
I'm
you can
going
reach
to
that guy.
just kick this dude in the face.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Hits.
No, 27 to hit. That guy's very fired.
You have advantage.
Nice.
12.
So, whatever that math's supposed to be. Is it 12 or is it?
Yeah.
It's the extras in there, yeah.
The extra is maxed already. Because you rolled it, but it should be maxed all the time. But yeah, that.
that's-
Wait,
the
it should be
advantage.
2d6 then.
No.
The second one's a d4.
Oh, so it should be a D6 then. So it should be
Yeah.
14.
So 14.
Okay.
I don't know why it's. Anyway, I kicked that guy in the head and it was easy.
Yeah, he bleeds out of it too. Like, it's a pretty solid kick to the dome. He's not happy with it. All right, it'll go to the Soul Blade, who is going to rush through the water. As he's bolting through, you see that as he's moving towards you, Leon, he starts growing, and as he does so, he finishes off the last few steps, becoming massive and slamming his beam blade hand towards you.
Yeah, he's almost as tall as the wall now.
Yeah.
This attack on Titan shit, dude.
No, he's still reaching up to hit you. Don't forget that's a
A little.
dwarf that's been enlarged.
He's about 10, 12 feet tall, so he's still kind
Yeah,
of...
and he's sitting on a 10-foot ledge, so...
Right, he's still attacking up.
You got this, Leon.
Let's see. Soul Blade.
Big boy.
Ooh, you guys been throwing crits? I'm throwing crits. Take 15
guy's lying.
points of force damage.
Liar. Grok, you're needed.
Yep.
And that is it for him. Mr. Freeman.
I get like disadvantage for shooting him point blank with a bow, right?
Yes, unless you have to get no, yeah, you wouldn't have the crossbow or crossbow feat. So yes, the answer is yes.
The short sword. Stabbing this guy.
All right.
Can you hunters mark your short sword stuff? Or does that have to be your bow?
I don't know. It's too late
Yes.
though. We already rolled the dice.
Fair.
The answer is yes, but
Second attack.
that hits. He'll take his damage. Bring it around with his
Shit.
second attack.
What I meant
Yeah.
by second attack was throw the hunter's mark in between them.
No, I'm saving it, dude. Don't worry about it.
God damn it.
All right.
He's gonna have a big finish.
So
I just gotta play it.
he comes up and hits you with like this beam saber. You kind of dart to the side. It kind of pushes into your chest a bit. It doesn't stab so much as kind of like rock you with like a kind of pulse. And as you kind of turn around, you pull the blade out, bring it around, and stab into his two shoulders. And he kind of and drops down a little bit, trying to get a little cover. All right, Grok.
Rocky Grok Grok. Over here, next to him. And I'm just gonna smack him with my shillelagh club.
Bad twig.
What? 16 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's I guess that's a D8, right?
Mm-hmm. Plus your
He's
wisdom.
seen easier to hit now that he's big.
So
15 to
8 damage.
All right. So he is pretty beat up. Definitely does not look very happy. You hear a dwarvish word spoken out from behind him, which those of you who can speak dwarvish, you hear "bridge," and you see the guy with the mohawk kind of rushing towards the end. The soul blade reaches out behind him with his other hand, and this one jumps into his palm and then rushes across him and then jumps over the lot of you into Leon. And Leon, I need you to make either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Boy, this feels like something if we did, it would require a bunch of checks, and John would just scream no at us.
No, I've rolled my checks over here. I did it as I was pre-gaming, and yeah, he got his athletics check and he got his acrobatics check, and now his athletics check for pushing is a 20.
Me or
So
him?
yeah, you're going to be pushed 5 feet backwards into Raya, and then he is going to take your space. And
Dick.
once he does, he is going to
He could do more than that?
multi-attack. Yeah,
I,
you're 5th level. Why is this a hard concept to grasp?
I don't get I don't get multi-attack.
Well, you're a loser.
Andy's right. Just a plain dry why.
Doesn't seem fair.
Why can't I be cool? He is going to. Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, I've multi-attack. I already attacked once. I have to attack. Okay. So he's going to use what appears to be a very ornate-looking knife to stab Grok in the side. 25 to hit.
Yep.
You're going to take 10 points of damage. Alright.
Okay.
That'll be the Duergar Stone Guard. It'll go to the Duergar. Difficult terrain, and then not so difficult terrain. Shambles, I need you, and Grok, I need you.
Hey, John, real quick. That captain guy, the one that enlarged himself, he should have made a strength save at the end of his turn for the Dust Devil.
Oh, okay.
And I also need to make a concentration
Oh.
save to see if Verifier remains, right? It's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do that real quick, but hold on a second. I need to figure out the order of this. Jeremy, thank you. Sorry, someone...
So I failed.
Okay, so his Verifire's gone.
Right.
But that's a really solid point, and someone should have caught me on that with their own Dusty Devil. But thank you. Let me see here, because I might need to... I'm not going to pull back anything. I'm just going to need to try and describe how it went, because...
Does enlarge require concentration?
It's not so much that. He wouldn't have been alive, possibly, to catch the individual and move them across. So roll a d8, Chody.
Well, he
He
couldn't have
was
acted
sure-
during the other guy's turn anyway, so he had to
He
have
was
done it.
falling over and shrinking, and the guy dashed across his dead shoulder.
That's what I'm going to say, but I just want... I want to see if he's actually dead. So, Chody, roll me a d8.
1.
Yeah, he's fine. I'm not even going to roll the save. I'm just going to take the damage. And way to chat him.
Damn it.
Any roll on that d8 would have done it, except for...
I mean,
Except that one.
Well, no, it would have had to have been a 4 or better.
2?
Yeah, 3 would have also not worked if he saved. But
He
yeah.
had to get it to 4 higher.
So
How's
anywho,
it Chad? I don't
Half-
understand the rules.
There's a guy named Chad who constantly kills people, but he leaves them at one hit point and walked away.
yeah,
So if he says he chatted somebody, that person is at one hit point.
There's 3 levels of health. There's full health, bloodied,
Bloodied,
and
and
chatted. But this Dwergar will move around and is going to enlarge itself. I need Grok and Shambles to make dexterity saving throws.
How big is he getting?
He's going to become 10 feet, and he's going to take up these spaces.
Does he have to take those spaces, or can he?
It's not so much a have to.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I was asking. Like,
Yeah.
if given the option, can they force a push?
Let me double check my words here, because I think it's the case that it says...
I don't know either. I'm just curious.
While enlarged, along with when enlarged, the Dwergar enlarged by doubles in the space available. Let me double check.
Is it enlarged person or enlarged monster?
It's a racial ability. It's not even a spell.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, they can do it once per short or long rest. It's very similar to enlarge the spell, so I'm going to double check and see what it does if. Nothing about pushing. So I'm actually going to have to...
Take the empty spaces.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
On.
My 4th edition mentality is way backed off. So I'm going to actually have to do another thing, too. And be more favorable to the elk and not butcher it. It's like, well... I know what I'll do. For fairness on the elk, I'll just say that it used its shove action to push it off. It failed its dexterity saving throw and fell anyways, so that's fine. It would have been acrobatics. The roll was a 1, whatever. But Kevin, my brain didn't work. Go ahead and get back. What was the attack on the creature? Ooh.
Isn't it like 13 or something?
Yeah, go ahead and get 13 hit points back.
On the elk.
On the elk, yeah. Because he wouldn't have been able to swing a pick down at it. He will this turn, but I'm just going to go ahead and roll that. But for fairness, because I technically cheated to push you off the ledge. Yeah, it used to be the case when you enlarged, everything got bounced away from you. But it says if you don't...
See, I think it was the same in 4th, though, where you had to take the space available if it was available.
4th and 3rd
Otherwise,
both.
you attain your maximum possible size.
4th and 3rd both was always a shunting. Because people would use it as a way of getting individuals who were in combat that didn't want to be in combat out of combat for free without having to
Yeah,
shoot.
I remember using it, but I thought you had to jump in between people to do it.
Yeah.
So you were completely locked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
This, he had spaces available where he didn't have to do that.
Technically, yes. But it's going to change nothing to the effect of what I want to do. I am going to push Shambles. Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Acrobatics.
All right, let's do it.
Golly.
Oh.
You suck today.
You guys are rolling crits. I'll roll crits. I'm jumping.
All right. So he is going to push you off of the ledge. So you'll
You have
fall
inspiration?
No.
You'll fall back.
You might want to give it to him?
You'll fall back 5 feet. Upon making contact with the slagma, you'll be taking 29 points of fire damage. And this is something that technically would trigger the Scarecrow feature, so you'll take 3 more damage.
Nothing's ever ignited.
Yeah, this stuff would ignite.
When we dropped the ladle with the arrow shaft,
No,
it didn't.
the arrow shaft was burning, wasn't it?
No, you said
No.
it melted.
It's
Never
fell
mind.
apart.
Never mind the thing I said.
It's hot, but it wasn't
Yeah, it didn't.
like fire.
It didn't burn it. Right. Sorry, different liquid.
Okay.
In my brain.
I'm
Still a shitload of hot damage.
It's still pretty lots of damage, but yeah, I don't want to cheat. I've already done that with the Dwergar jumpy size.
It's unlike every other turn. This one. You know what? No.
The one who's attacking the elk. What did the elk do on his last turn? He didn't do anything, did he?
He's up next.
Yeah, I know, but the Dwergar... Oh, they delayed. That's right.
Yeah.
So he's going to attack the prone elk. And 14... He misses. He misses the 14 AC.
Oh, yeah.
So then the giant elk will go. If it ends its turn in the stuff, it'll take the damage again. If it ends its turn outside of the stuff and is not properly taken care of, he will take half the number of dice in damage. And will continue to do so for a minute until either he dies or is properly taken care of.
Does it need to be like washed off, wiped off, or can the elk just like shake it off?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you, is what I'm trying to say.
Rude.
Is the elk jumping back up onto the platform?
Kevin,
And
you're
it
the
jumped
elk.
straight up.
Sorry, Kevin, I couldn't hear you. Jeremy was chanting your name. What was
And
that?
it jumped like straight up
Yeah.
to there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Do
Can
me
you
a-
also attack this thing?
Well, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Make an athletics check just because. It's not related to the jumping. It's related to something entirely different.
21.
All right. You hear a loud, like, thud noise as the elk comes up over the ridge and kind of hits nothing. and then you hear a thud, 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 thud sound come
Good.
from the ground.
As it crushes an invisible dude.
It seems to
It knocks him down the stairs.
right about here. There's thrashing liquid, but you can't see what is causing the liquid to move about. He's still technically invisible, but
You didn't take any damage from the fall?
he's taking damage from the slagma.
Okay, and is visibility
Stampy.
concentration or not?
What's that?
Invisibility, is that concentration or no?
It's not a spell. He's not casting a spell.
Okay,
Dwargar have innate magical
Invisible?
powers they
Oh
can
my
do.
God.
got it. Okay.
He just is invisible.
He just is.
Does it splash enough that Shambles can see like the coding on him?
You can see him enough to kind of understand where he's at. His outline is flailing around in the liquid.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cartoons or
Black mage.
movies where you throw flour or whatever on an invisible guy.
he's technically invisible, and how I'm working out the mechanics of it for simplicity. If someone's going to attack him with melee, you'll have advantage for attacking a prone target because he is flailing, but you'll have disadvantage because you're not able to see vitals, so you don't know if you're attacking plate or not, or armor or not. So you'll just be attacking normal roll.
Alright, what about this big dude? I'm gonna hit him with a ram attack.
Well, yeah, that's perfectly fine. The elk is still burning, but yeah, go ahead.
Damn, he's back.
All right, that's a dead dude. He reverts back to normal size upon falling to the ground.
Hell yeah.
All right. And then is the elk ending its turn?
I guess it's gonna hold the stairs.
The elk.
Shaky, shaky.
The elk takes 14 points of fire damage. All right. He's currently in the
Oh, down.
dying condition, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And he's still covered with the slagma as well. All right.
We're gonna need to get that off. And
Um,
also me.
on 22, whatever it is that's thrashing about seems to stop doing so. And you can kind of hear a groaning sound on the stairs below.
A bunch of swears and Dwarven.
You then hear what sounds like something being uncorked, and then you can hear a tinkling sound like water being poured out.
Dude's pissing in the acid.
Dude's washing himself off.
He is not happy.
Or he's drinking the potion.
All right, Chody.
Bonus action. I'm gonna move this over here.
Okay.
Too close to Shambles. Too close to Shambles.
That's too close to Shambles.
No,
Kind of diagonally, that should be 10 feet still.
it was on the water level, so it's not going to be picking up any dust at this point.
They can move it 30 feet, so choose an outline.
About right there, then.
Or keep it
That-
small, I guess.
Wait, what?
You choose where to move it. You can move it up to 30 feet. If you cross over a
Yeah.
space you have not yet been on, you'll pick up dust. If you don't,
Unless
you
the
won't pick
space,
up any dust. It's only a...
yeah, if he moves straight down diagonally, he's not moving over a space that he can get dust
Right.
from.
This is just a
So-
bonus action, right, Jody?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so you need to move over that corner square that you just moved over. You pick up some
Right.
dust.
So okay, yeah.
And then, yeah, that would give you your 10-foot reach on the one guy.
Oh,
Okay, and then I'm gonna do chill touch on the one dude again.
okay. That'll hit.
22.
And he had
9.
1 hit point left, so he falls to the ground. The big one, right?
No, the one closest. This one, the
Oh.
one I tried to hit last time.
Oh, okay.
I should have gone after the other one, but I meant to go after that one.
You could have just agreed with me and not kept talking. That would have been.
That is lying. I try to play this game honestly.
Oh. Maybe you should take lessons, Jeremy. Oh! No, I'm kidding. You don't like.
Excuse me?
Raya, go. I'm the one that cheats.
No, Raya
Raya.
might cheat a little bit. I'm not in like a good position to do that. I guess I could step on a corpse.
Do it up, man.
Go for it.
How tall is Leon?
5 foot something.
Yeah, it won't work.
Average man height.
5
step
foot
on.
10.
I'll stepping on a corpse then.
I just got flashbacks to Gen Con, Kevin.
Stabbing guy.
He's really tall for some reason. He's huge.
I'm not compensating. What the fuck are you
24 to
talking
hit
about?
Mohawk.
24 hits. Nothing. Friends just talking. You're attacking the guy with the mohawk?
Yeah, 19
Alright.
total.
Not a fan.
Disengage.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Shamblers. If you end your turn in that space, you'll take damage. If you move to a space that's not in the liquid, you'll be taking half damage until you deal with the liquid.
Punch that guy.
Do I get the sense that I could
Okay, so real talk.
use some movement and shake off?
I'm going to tell you, attempting something to try and rectify the fiery problem is an action. I'm not going to tell you the solution because I don't want you to have it given to you like that. There have been several things stated by you and several leads I've placed out that should give you an idea of how to work this solution. But I'm not. Don't ask me leading questions where I'm supposed to answer and tell you how to solve the puzzle. I don't like them. They make me mad.
Is Shambles dead?
No,
Is that too leading?
Well, technically, yes. I mean, he did die and become a
Shit.
scarecrow. But
A couple of
I've died plenty
times.
of times.
and then he died as a scarecrow and became a scarecrow.
Kill that dwarf, jump off his corpse, get up here, and just be a cool guy.
Yeah, I am gonna turn and kick this guy real quick.
Okay.
You would like
Get this
like
out of-
run up
Jesus
the wall,
God!
backflip.
I'm gonna
kick.
give you
Why?
inspiration. I'm gonna give you inspiration.
So many.
Okay. Inspiration. Does anybody have inspiration left, or did everybody use them all?
I do. I have
That
one.
was Oh shit, we go. I thought that was it.
He dies.
Great. I'm gonna run around the corner.
Okay.
I don't run into anyone invisible, do I?
You do actually in that space right there. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I had to be athletic. 11.
All right. Whatever it is seems to bound into you, and you bound into it, but you do not move it, so you are stuck back in the space behind you. You can still move your movement. 5, 10, 50. You've expended 15 of it, but it seems that pass there is blocked to you unless you want to attack an invisible target.
Yeah, I'm going to run around and climb up the steps a little spell.
All right.
And
That would be 5, 10, 15, 20,
I've got all
30.
the movement in the world.
25, 40, yeah. Yeah.
He's on 30 right now.
Well, no, he's on 40 because the elk is difficult terrain and the climbing was also difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing wildly at this bastard and hope I can help the elk and myself later.
The invisible? Okay.
Invisible. Sword. There we go.
That's a hit.
Damn right it is.
10. And then, martial arts bonus attack is a 10.
Well, technically, real quick, rewind. Sorry, hate to be that guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, yeah, so monk's second attack. Sorry.
Right.
The unarmed martial arts attack misses.
Right.
Alright. But you do stab
Yeah,
something.
I'll just do flurry of blows.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this guy one more wallop. 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice. I'm gonna crack him in the jaw. In the schnoz.
Alright.
Another
You're
nine.
gonna,
You
you're
hear
gonna crack him wherever
you
you
hear
have
a-
him. You can't see this guy.
and then kind of like a splash sound as you see like the head shape kind of form like a little divot in the liquid behind where you think he was, but you don't see him manifest. He doesn't appear. That said, too, you also see that the ground is covered with a bit of blood from burn blood, kind of like scabby, kind of like gross blood, and also from where you stabbed him, and also there seems to be a bunch of water kind of splashed all over the ground as well.
Okay. Alright, I'll take my slag damage.
All right.
Half.
Well, it's half the dice, yeah. So
Because
normally
you got out.
it's 8d6, and
That's a lot.
now it's
It's a whole
4.
lot.
So 15 points of damage.
Nice. No.
All right. The Soul Blade's dead. Kevin, you are up. Short sword.
Yeah, I guess I have no choice.
keeping you close.
Can I make this guy my Slayer spray?
Yeah, bonus action.
Shisha! 12.
Block.
Second attack!
Block.
He's already. Oh.
The knife
His
that
defense is way too high.
the knife this individual is using seems to kind of belay like their armor. You're not really paying too much attention to that. You're paying attention to the sharp end. But what I didn't describe about the individual, I kind of did on the way up here, but heavily armored, chainmail with plating, and then like a massive like arm blade shield on on the left side, and then like this long knife in hand, kind of being wielded in an ice pick grip.
This son of a bitch. Alright, well,
And
that's
sick mohawk also. I forgot to say that too.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna do a straight killer instinct move with a oora, oora, kind of, get you. Never mind, I'm
Some
done.
T-Hawk.
Yep.
I'm on board. I got it.
All right. Kevin done. Grok up.
Double headbutt.
Shalalalag.
No. Instead, we want to trying to drag me a brown bear over there.
You have 2 combatants
It's
left,
crowded.
and this one is really bloody. Do you want to waste a wild shape on this?
Are you serious? He's really bloodied?
Yeah, there's 2 combatants left besides the ones
I
across
hit him
the
for
bow.
almost 20 on my last turn.
Yeah.
What's that?
I hit him for almost 20 damage on my last turn.
Oh, okay. Well, if since you're saying so, I guess I'll say no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to be helpful because
I appreciate it, and I guess I'll go with Shillelagh.
Break that jaw.
18.
we'll hit.
Oh, nice. 12.
Magic stick, womp, and the mohawk was not strong enough, folks, and they fall. They fall in combat.
Nice.
Shambles, if I scalp that guy, will you wear that mohawk?
Yeah, man, I'll wear any amount of flesh. I need that.
The
Awesome.
Dwergar on
I yearn for it.
the Dwergar on the
What's
far
lotion?
side move aside, and they sound like they're kind of making physical activity. It sounds like one is opening a door, and then the other one sounds like they run through the door. And then the big one in the bottom corner jumps into the liquid and attacks Shambles from behind.
Really counting on him throwing something at me.
He's got the war pick in fight mode. Misses.
Nice.
Alright. Giant Elk is going to need to make a death saving throw. That's a failure. And then it's going to be taking fire damage, which means they failed 2 death saving throws.
Oh god.
And what's the maximum hit points on this? Way bigger than I think I can do with 46. Yeah.
42.
Too big. Alright. The mastermind is dead. Or mind master even. Chody.
I'm gonna go ahead and do Beacon Bolt on Big Boy.
On the one guy remaining. Okay.
24.
Hits.
11 of lightning.
Alright. And Chody's done. Raya's up.
Get some water.
Can you not take care of it? I was going to chase the other guys.
I stopped carrying supplies. Jody's pockets were all forcibly emptied. I don't know what Rock's got.
I'll walk over here.
I was waiting for someone to twist the knife and say, Chody, can you help the elk and pour some water on him? No, I can't! No, I can't!
That killed the guy. We'll make it. Somebody else has water.
I will drop my water skin
Okay.
next to Shambles and stab this guy in the face.
Works.
Sure. Hit. And sneak.
Another 11. 21.
Dead. Alright.
So hard.
I'll bonus action to dash with spider climb across the ceiling.
Okay. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15.
Should be adjacent to the fire. Does that sound right?
Fuck no. What? You're right.
If I'm over 5 feet tall, it seems like 10 feet tall here.
You moved here, right?
5 feet up. Oh, I forgot about that. No, that was my move action. So bonus action dash.
Which means you move your move speed. So we're looking at 10 feet plus, 15 feet plus your 35-foot move speed. So we're looking at what, 50 feet? And then 45 feet because you're moving. We're looking here. Because you moved 5 feet up.
10. Okay. Then, yeah.
You have a speed
okay,
of 35, right? You're a wood elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop 1 away from the smegma.
So you're over the landing.
Right there.
Okay. Shambles, pick up water, pour it on elk.
And self.
Or pour it, no, one or the other.
Oh.
Because it's spot.
I'm gonna reset the clock on the elk. I'm gonna use the medical kit, healer's kit on him.
Okay.
Somebody else is gonna have to douse us.
So, hold on. Let me help you.
What?
Because you're. Let me help you here. One of two things is going to happen here. You're going to pour the water on him and get the fire to stop, and then he's going to have to make a death saving throw. Or you're going to use the medical kit to stabilize him, and then if his turn goes before someone can pour water on him, he's just going to take the failed death saving throw anyway and die.
There's enough people between you and him. Treat yourself. Let Grok throw a heal on him, and Leon can put the fire out.
All right.
So Shambles healing self.
Dousing self.
Dousing self.
Water in a spot treatment fashion seems to cause the caustic liquid to, or not caustic rather, the fiery liquid to slough off. It kind of becomes a little bit harder too. It seems it's like a Nickelodeon gack is what it eventually kind of turns out to be like when it's mixed with water. All right, Leon, you gonna pour water on the elk?
Also, where the hell's Raya go?
I think I need to just
Giving
heal
chase.
it, or it's dead.
If you want to follow, you didn't
Either
move
you
on
or
the
Grok need to do the healing, and either you or Grok need to do the water.
I will.
Okay. And then Grok can pour water on it.
He
Grok.
needs to drink the water and do like the Squirtle, like
Yeah.
water gun.
Squirtle, use water gun.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was
I
gonna
love
say
that.
too.
Grok, it will cause you to use, and it's also for Shambles, sorry, your water skins are depleted once you use
Right.
it. It's going to require the whole bit.
Okay.
We know where fresh water is.
Yep. Well, water, to say. Fresh.
Freshish water.
Yeah. Okay, the Dwargar up on the north side are all but invisible to you, unseeable and unknown. They seem to have moved through the door and beyond.
Are we calling it here?
Yep, 7
Oh
o'clock.
wow, it is 7
Yeah,
o'clock.
it's 7. I gotta go.
Yep, no problem. So the elk is spared with 5 hit points, and we will pick up next session with the possible chasing of Dwargar, possible investigation of this chamber. Sounds good. See you next week. Thanks for watching. If you were watching, I do experience offside. Always done it that way. You freaking.
I thought you were getting.
I'm scolding you on stream still. I haven't even stopped the stream. I'm scolding.
Go ahead.
You.